be on my queen shit, crown tilted lean shit, melanated, elevated, unafraid to be shit. I be on my.
Welcome to the Free Your Mind Podcast, where we believe in the transformative power of conversation. I am so excited about today's guest. She is an international superstar. She is the voice of the incomparable Black Alley. She is a wife and even doing some community activism work in the community of DC. And I'm just so excited to have you here at the Freedom House.
Thank you.
Miss Kacey McClain.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, I'm so excited to have you. Okay, so here at the Freedom House, we have no conversations without libations. So
Amen.
we made you
Amen.
a nice little drink. Cheers. This, I want you to taste it first. What you think?
That's delish.
Oh, it's called the Freedom 75 because it's not French 75. It's got a little some modification.
Yeah, see, it's a derivative of.
Yes. That's actually my favorite drink, the French 75.
I like that too.
But I had to put a little spin on. Whenever I'm at the bar, I'm like, can I get a French 75, but tequila instead of gin? And then can I have this? They like,
that's not what that is.
that's so, you just want your own drink. Yeah, so welcome to the Freedom House. I'm so excited.
Thank you for having me, girl.
Yes, I've been such a fan of yours for so long. Like, even before I even knew about go-go and the go-go music culture and all that, I was a Black Alley fan.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, we love you here in the Freedom House. So we want to start the conversation off, of course, with everything freedom is what we talk about here.
Yes.
We are all about empowering people to create the life that they want to live and just do life your way. You know what I mean? So let's ask you a few questions. What does freedom look like to you?
Oh, so freedom to me is like being able to unapologetically be yourself. And in whatever rooms you're in or whatever situation you may be in, you may find yourself in, just feeling the power of knowing yourself and then being able to live it fully, to me is what freedom is.
That is so good. That's actually what freedom is to me too. Just being unapologetically, just being authentic, your authentic self.
Yeah.
So that's not always easy.
It's not.
Like, that's like almost the hardest thing to do. Almost sometimes.
I would say so, yeah. Especially when, when it comes to like different circumstances and things, you may find yourself in situations where you may have to just fake it a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm the worst at the fake. Like, I don't understand like code switching. I've never really had to do that. Even working in corporate America, I'm not like, I talk with my hands. Like, I'm in the meetings like, yeah, so y'all got to go to page 3. And then like, I'm not perfect.
It's a fine line, right? It's like there's a time and a place for everything. And then also you sometimes being unapologetically yourself and authentically yourself can hurt people's feelings. You know what I'm saying?
Ding, ding.
And you don't always have to do that, right? So I can sacrifice being authentic for a couple of minutes so that I don't disrespect or hurt someone. You know
Yeah, because it's not our intention.
Right,
It's
exactly.
never our intention.
Right.
Sometimes we just got to say or do what we got to say and do. And if your feelings get hurt, like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But being mindful, in my growing up era, I'm in my growing up era.
Yeah.
Like, slightly. I'm slightly maturing a little bit. I'm like, okay, I'm conscious enough to say what you're about to say is going to make somebody
Right.
mad.
And it doesn't have to be said.
Right. Oh,
Sometimes
I'm
it
not
don't
that
have-
grown yet.
No, sometimes it doesn't have to be said, because also if it's not going to help,
Mm.
it's just going to help. If you're selfishly just wanting to get something off of your chest, but it's not really going to help the situation,
That's
you might want to
perfect.
keep that to yourself.
See, I hope y'all got y'all pens and y'all papers down, because that was a gem for me. She came here to tell me that.
Because I know you.
So, yeah, that's what I'm working on now. Like, if you don't have to say, like, how is this going to help the situation? That's where I'm at right now. Okay, so because that's not always easy, and being free and authentic is not, it's hard sometimes,
Yeah.
especially society, you got social media, you got just people's opinions of you or the pedestals that they chose to put you on. So what are some things that you do to make you, Kacey, feel free?
Well, see, I feel like when I'm on stage, I don't have to answer to anyone.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So it's a place where I feel the most comfortable being myself, because I can be a little extra, and the stage is perfect for that.
I never see that. It's never extra. It's just Justin. It's perfect.
You think?
It's
I
perfect.
think sometimes it's a little extra.
No, never.
But it does just give me like all of the like. You would think that it would have the opposite effect being in front of people. But for me, it is the thing that I need to give me the push to just let it all hang out. Not,
It don't be hanging out
It don't be
though,
hanging out.
because my girl be snatched. She be looking good. Outfits on point, hair on point, makeup on point, everything.
I be trying.
You do it, girl.
Thank you.
So do you have those moments like after? I know for me, the stage is like my freest moments, right? But I have a problem like when I come off of the stage, then I'm replaying everything. That's when all of the thoughts and opinions and questions come in.
Oh, yeah, no, I don't really do a lot of that.
You don't?
I don't. I probably should do more of it, I think. But no, it is a let it go type of situation. Let it go. Not to say that I don't like, if I royally mess up, of course that's gonna be replaying in my mind. But I don't like, my memory is not that great.
You royally mess up? I don't think so. I don't know about that, girl.
I have made up so many words.
Oh. That's messing up? Because if that's the case, I mess up every show. It's giving rewrite the lyrics at this point.
I've messed up. I've forgotten words. I have missed cues. I have, they're a mess up.
They be so slight that only the band members or y'all would know.
And they will make it known.
Oh.
It's like, first of all, I love them to death, but they do not have a poker face sometimes when people mess up. It's like, nobody knew but you. And you just...
We don't even know that. Nobody knows the transition. I don't even hardly remember the transition for real.
So, But no, I don't really do like a lot of like regretting of, things that I did on stage. I don't really play it back. I don't have the memory to do it.
That's super smart though, because you just get to walk around like, yeah, I killed it. I murdered that show. Like, best show hands down.
It's also like, I don't feel like I go on stage and when we were talking about being authentic, this is me. And this is me at this moment. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that is the most honest part of me that people get.
Does preparation help that? Like, because you're fully prepared, you are able to be...
I think so. Because it is the times that I'm in my head and I don't, like, I'm nervous about a song that we were doing that's new. It's never great the first time. You
Ever.
know what I'm saying?
Never.
It's never great the first time. So, yes, preparation does help.
Yeah. And do you rehearse often, like with yourself, just to like go through those things to prepare? Like, what is your preparation?
That's over and over. Like, especially when I'm learning a song, singing it a cappella by myself without any music, just so that, because sometimes you can get distracted by what the instruments are doing. It's like, oh, he did something. Oh, I forgot my words.
Yeah.
And it's like that. So listen to something over and over and over and over again until it becomes like, it just flows out, right? There's no thought that comes into these words. This is it. You know what I'm saying? So that the repetition is the thing that helps me the most.
And I asked that question because a lot of the times we as people, if you're going through life, everything like that, you don't think about how being prepared allows you to be free.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like knowing whatever it is that you're supposed to know, knowing what you're talking about, knowing what the conversation is, knowing, like, even being fully educated in whatever is going on, it can help you to be confident and to be free of like expectations or what people are going to think about you, because you know what you know.
Yeah.
We're going to take a little bit. Oh, keep going.
And it's about comfort too.
Yes.
Like you can't be free if you're not comfortable.
Girl. Hello, look at the Freedom Couch. It's the most comfortable.
I was just about to ask you what that is, because I've been couch shopping. I'm not going to lie. This is a very comfortable couch.
I actually brought this couch with me from North Carolina. This was like my...
It's like the furniture capital, right? Or something like that.
High Point, actually, I went to High Point University, and High Point...
My sister.
Shut up. You're lying right now.
I'm not. Y'all probably know each other.
I didn't know anybody else went to High Point University that like from
My sister
anywhere.
went there.
But you know what though? When I was there was a lot of people from the DMV area.
Oh, really?
It was like all the black people came from the DMV, except for me. I came from Philly, and so it was a little headbutt. But yeah. So I got this couch. I think it was called like Value City Furniture or something.
What do you mean? I think it was called.
I don't really
Furniture is,
remember.
like well known.
Yeah, but it was a lot of furniture places that I was
Oh.
at, and this was my first big girl purchase that I purchased like full like cash. I swiped my card.
It's very comfy.
After I bought my house, I was like, I have just enough money to like I financed the refrigerator. But this couch, baby, I was like, yeah, I got that. Swipe that card. Don't swipe it for nothing else though. The card,
No,
yeah.
this is a comfy sofa.
Yeah, so when you're comfortable, you are able to be free.
For sure.
And I love that. So that's a perfect segue into one thing that we like to do here is celebrate people who are living in their purpose and creating a life that they want to live. So we feature a Black business every month or every show to kind of highlight the work that other people are doing. So today's Black-owned business is actually a family business because, our crew is the creators behind this business, and they like my family, like my brother. Okay, so it's like our business forever. I ain't got no stock in it yet, but when y'all see me with the red hair, sweatsuits, and the jackets, and the hat, and all that, just be like, yeah, that's her. That's them, okay? So we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to give y'all some information about Rare Hair and what they're doing, and then we'll be right back. Cheers. Y'all, aren't they amazing? Like, I literally love the brand. It's so awesome. And they have the cutest stuff. Like, seriously, from the hoodies to the sweatsuits to the jackets. It's one jacket that I don't think they showed y'all that is going to be mine. I'm going to probably have to feature that, okay? But, yes, we love our Rare Hair family. Thank y'all so much. And make sure y'all get out and support them. Follow them on Instagram, social medias, and buy their stuff. Anyway, welcome back to the Free Your Mind Podcast. We have Miss Kacey McClain, and I'm your host, Tiffanie McCall.
Mix.
Mick
and Mick.
We are. Okay, so is it 2C, little C, big C?
Mm-hmm.
I knew that because all mix is like little C, big C, but I just wrote it in all caps because I wasn't exactly sure.
Little C, big C.
Yes, little C, big C. I am like McCall to the bone, okay? I never want to change my last name. I keep prolonging it. We're going to hyphen.
So it's new for me.
It is new for you.
It's
Yes,
a
because
Williams.
you are a newlywed.
No longer a newlywed.
What? What does that mean?
Like, how long are you married before you're no longer a newlywed?
I don't know. I've been married almost 4 years now.
And you're
Still.
still a newlywed.
Look at my house. It's just like a shrine of my wedding.
Okay.
I don't know.
So I guess
you had to ask someone else.
It hasn't been a year yet. So
You were definitely still a newlywed.
I know. I'm just asking. When do people stop saying it?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know for me because I'm always like, I just got married. They're like, how long you been married? Like 4 years. Oh, I don't think you just got married. So anyway, yes, we have Miss Kacey McClain on the Freedom Couch. I am your host, Tiffanie McCall, and it's so important to me to host these kind of conversations where we get to share and people get to kind of get another experience of what freedom looks like to someone, because a lot of the times we journey through life like and feels alone. Like we feel like our experiences are ours. And when you see someone else going through something or similar things or having similar thoughts or ideas, it kind of reaffirms, you know, where you are in life and what you're doing in life. And that's what we want to do, is affirm everyone to kind of live their best life. And that best life looks like a lot of different things for a lot of different people.
Yeah.
So the hope and the goal is to have different type of guests who share different experiences, and so they can draw someone to identify with them.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's really important. And the reason why I say like the power and the magic of conversation is because we draw these conclusions and these thoughts in our minds. And when you talk to somebody, you realize like, they're just like me, or I made that all up.
Right.
I made that all up. Like all that happened in my mind, and none of that is real.
That's true.
None of that is real.
That's true. It is one end of the spectrum and the other.
Absolutely. Like when you start talking to people, you be like, "Oh snap! Like you regular." Like or like, "Oh you crazy." Or it's like, "Oh dang, you real smart. I didn't even know you was so smart." Cause you don't you don't act that smart at first, but
this is an example of when you don't need to say it.
Oh yeah. When we went back to her.
Right.
I'm just giving different inferences because
but
some
I'm
people
saying
have
when
different.
you find out that somebody is not as smart as you thought they were, you don't have to say it.
So that's not like a compliment. We're gonna move on.
I don't think so.
Because I'm thinking like, hey, you didn't appear smart to me at first, but I'm talking to you and you're a genius. That's not good.
Or you could just say, "Damn, I didn't know you was a genius," and leave the other part out.
Cool. I get
You
that.
didn't appear to be as smart.
I get that.
But
now.
I first met you.
It's clicking.
That's crazy.
It's clicking. I get what you're saying. When you put it like that, I can understand. You know, and I don't always say.
You know,
I don't always say stuff like that, but I do often say sometimes. I do often say things like, "Wow, I didn't know you were that smart."
But you add a lot of comedic. Sometimes we need a little laugh. You are always good for a laugh because whenever you have like this gift of like being rude and disrespectful, but still being funny, so it doesn't hit as hard.
Because it's a gift. It's a talent. It's a talent. Oh, so we actually met through DC Black Broadway.
Yeah, DCBB.
Yes, our first show was actually Grease with the Side of Mumble Sauce.
It sure was.
Yes.
It sure was.
It was. And then we did Chocolate City Records.
Yes.
Yes, we did Chocolate City Records. And there were two great experiences, different experiences.
Yeah.
But great experiences. Yeah. And we were able to like meet people. So one thing I love about DC Black Broadway is that they really infuse a lot of the DC culture into their arts of work. And so people who are not familiar with the DC culture, they get to kind of have a hands-on experience with that or learn with legends around them.
Yeah.
So one legend of DC, a living legend of DC. I think you're legendary. You don't think you're legendary? I mean, you
had a while to go before labeling legendary.
Listen, it's legend. Well, first of all, DC is famous for making like everything legendary. Like, y'all,
it's true. There's a lot of legendary stuff here.
Everything is legendary.
Everything is iconic, legendary, epic, everything.
Everything. Like, I love that about DC. It's like, it could be the smallest thing. It's like, yo, don't nobody pick up the trash like Tony. You know what I'm saying? Tony, that legendary trash picker-upper. Okay? He got a little sign. He got a little mural, you know, with trash bags. He got them like this, and he legendary. You see him, you be like, hey, yo, Tony, you picking up that trash. I feel that.
Yep.
Y'all
icon
do.
Living.
Yeah, icon living. Tony the trash man. So I really love that about DC. And I make jokes about that all the time, but there's not a lot of places where you feel so celebrated by the people that are around you. True. And that is a big thing. Like, y'all make regular people just be iconic. And I love that. Doesn't mean, I'm not saying that you're regular. I'm just saying you do regular things to outside people would be okay. But in DC, it's legendary. And I love that for you. I love that for you.
Tiffanie.
I'm just saying, it's the truth. People outside of here are not aware of what it is that's causing the legendation of it.
Let's go.
But it's legendary. So I say that to say you have really taken a genre of music and transformed it. You infuse rock and roll, you infuse funk, you infuse hip hop, you infuse trap music into a genre of music that well, it really doesn't have many boundaries, but it has created its own boundaries.
Yeah.
And then you took something that had no boundaries and just like exploded it.
Yeah. And I think that's because when we formed the band, everyone came from different avenues of music. And so, and I came in like I was on some rock and roll heavy.
I love that.
And I wanted the energy, you know, like I wanted to be able to like release on stage. And so, you know, I needed it. I don't even know how else to say it. And so everybody came in, like we had jazz influences. We had people that did, you know, come from go-go. We had people that did grow up in church. We had people that loved R&B. And, you know, and so like go-go is a music that allows you to like put all of these things together and I like the idea of like introducing songs that people had never heard to you know to them or maybe they heard but they didn't hear it in a way that they could like really like
because when you hear that Macy's in the elevator or like when you shop it feel different than when you got that like pocket behind it,
right?
And you can't say like that's my
that
jam.
Loves the elevator music. Like I will be in the elevator humming along to the music.
Me too. But you know, I think a lot of people, and this is why we have these kind of transformative conversations, because a lot of people love the elevator music.
Oh, yeah.
But they don't feel safe to say it until you put that pocket behind it, and then you be like, how you know all of that? To this Disney song.
No,
but
it's true though. Like go-go really allows you to like explore different kinds of music. I was coming in like I'm trying to do like Evanescence. What y'all?
And it's probably like, let's hear it before I judge it.
It's like
and so I get that because I came from like a neo soul R&B background, and there's not a lot of space for neo soul in this go-go community. However, what I'm trying to do is kind of infuse that into, and just introduce another style, another side. So I love that, and I really admire, you know, how you've been able to kind of create your own path. You kind of like taken the best parts of everything and just like made it Black Alley, and I love that.
That's what we try to do.
Yes. Where does that influence come from?
Well, I know that we feed off of each other a lot. The members in the band, we really do like rely on each other to, you know, inspire one another. And everybody's idea is welcome, you know, and it's like, we'll try anything, you know? So I think being comfortable with that, that's also a part of freedom. Is like, I'm going to bring this crazy idea to you. Let's just see what happens. And, you know, this is a judge-free zone. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But it could be
like
fantastic.
that. Like, and I think having people that are around you that everybody trusts each other.
Yeah.
So I know, like, when you get on those drums, you're going to kill it on those drums. When you get in front of that mic, you're going to kill it in that song. And so everybody can trust, like, okay, I'm going to trust her that she going to do her part. He's going to do his part. They're going to do their part. And let's see what we can create together. And I really do love that. That is important. Anything that you're doing, I don't care if it's like accounting, you have to be able to trust the people that are around you. That creates a space to allow you to be and do your greatness. You know what I'm saying? When you have a team or people who support you.
Yeah, it is. It's cool.
It's really cool.
I've been really blessed with these group of fellas. Like, I don't know where I would be without them, actually. You know, like, it was like meant to be that we all came together.
It seems so perfect though. Like it seems like all of you were like creative for a Black
I
Alley.
know, right?
It's crazy.
wild.
I mean, I haven't been here, only been here, like I said, 4 years. So I haven't seen the whole journey, but like the product and the package that it is now, it's like all of you were in the basement, grew up together. And it's like, hey, let's create Black Alley.
Quite
together.
literally, we were in a basement rehearsing. Like,
Yeah.
that's how.
I rehearse in the basement, so maybe that gives me some hope. One day I can be like Black Alley because we're in the basement when we rehearse right now. No, but I do love that. So I'm gonna I know we're supposed to go to the next segment, but because we're right here, I want to kind of just ask, what are some influences that kind of influence you to be Kacey of Black Alley?
Oh.
And hold on, before we go there, is that weird? Like people say Kacey of Black Alley?
I mean, no, not anymore.
Okay.
It was at first. I had a really difficult time, like, realizing that people liked us.
Girl, what? I'm obsessed.
You know,
Ask everybody
you know
who knows me.
Though, it's like, when we first started, the attention was very strange to me. It's like, what do you mean? Why do you want to take a picture with me? Or why, I don't know. I had a difficult time. I'm gonna leave it there because I feel like if I say too much, I'm gonna get myself in trouble. But I had to like really like be cognizant of the fact that I'm doing this for others, you know, and and other people are watching me do it, because for a long time I did it because it was the thing that I love to do, you know, the thing that made me feel great. And when people started to, resonate with it and relate to it, it took me a while to like, okay, this is
For you
not
to
weird.
realize that you was that girl, it took some time.
No, oh my God, that's not what I was saying.
Oh. But that's what it feels like you're saying, girl, because I don't know. The first time I came to visit DC, like me and my wife at the time we were dating, and I was like coming to DC to visit and going back to North Carolina. And she took me to a Black Alley show, and I was like, what is this? Like, I don't know what she's doing, but I mean, I knew what you were doing, but I was like, I love everything about this. I don't know what this go-go is. I was kind of familiar with go-go, but just like, I'm from Philly, so we clown back in the day. Don't beat me up, y'all. We clown was just like, get some pots and pans and just like throw it up, and that's go-go music. We really was haters. Like anything outside of Philly, we hated on. So when I was in North Carolina, a lot of people from the DMV was coming, and I was like, oh, this is okay. But I was like, I like that. And coming from I'm a live performer. Like, that's what I do. So, hush. So, I was like, I love them. Like, that's what I need. And then when I came here and was like, y'all was the only one doing it like that, that's what really drew me to y'all. Because that was so creative and innovative.
We was just about having fun, though. I think when you think about what inspires us, it's like, how can we inspire ourselves to have fun, and then that will translate to the people that are watching us. So it's like anybody that looks like they're having a good time. But I don't care what they're doing. I feel like we draw inspiration from the audience gives it to us. Like I say it all the time when we're performing. It's like, this is a party together. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, I know I'm doing a show and you're here to see the band, but like,
we partying together.
We in this together, y'all. You know what I'm saying? So I really like feed off of the energy from people in the audience, which is why the studio is just not like my favorite space.
Hate the studio.
It's so lonely.
It's the vein of my existence. I really do hate the studio, but it's necessary.
It is
to get our messages out there on a larger scale. So I do appreciate what the studio does.
Yeah.
I think it's important to note that like we are drawing our inspiration from each other, right? And so that's going to lead us into our next segment, the tips of today. We're going to head over there, just get some tips on ways that you can draw inspiration to create the life that you want to live, and then we'll be right back. And I got to finish this drink because this thing is tasty, girl. Yes.
Cheers.
One thing that I absolutely love, if you know anything about me, you know I am the queen of making statements. I'm the queen of affirming things into my life because I always believe that when we shift our mind, we can shift our reality. And one thing that has really helped me to change my perspective is creating affirmations. So today's tips are some tools that help you create some affirmations to bring about the change or to live the life that you want to live or to shift your perspective on how you think about certain things. The biggest thing is manifesting the life that you want to live. So these tips are going to help you to do that. The first tip is to create a full statement that is specific and direct to the thing that you want. I like to use I am. I use I am because it means that what it is, or it's my being, it's something that is a reality, not something that's going to happen. So when we say I am, or when we make a definitive statement, it makes those things come true. It puts it in the universe, and the universe aligns those things with us. And I know it to be true because it's proven itself time and time again in my life. I say things like, I am wealthy, I am happy, I am friendly. When I want to have friends or if I want to meet some new people, I say, I am social, I am open to meeting new people. This allows my mind to open itself and to create the things that need to happen in order for me to accomplish those goals. If I say I am wealthy, that means I am committed to going to work on time. All those things start to line up to create wealth in my life. The next thing that I would like to say is to write them down. When you have an affirmation, you have a statement that you want to affirm in your life, and you write it down and make it visible. Not only are you saying those things out loud, but you're reading those things back to yourself. So when you're seeing that little sticky note on your mirror, it says, I am happy. You're telling yourself to be happy. You're telling yourself that you are happy, and you're shifting that perspective. So when those hard times come and you feel sad, you have a reminder. I like to say it's a little tool in my toolbox. So when something happens, I can go in that toolbox and access that tool, and it just kind of all works together. The last thing that I really, really like to stress when it comes to affirmations is to state it as it is true. Okay, we want to talk about things that we can actually accomplish, and not saying you can't dream big, because I'm a firm believer and there are no ceilings, but you want to say something that you actually want. You want to be specific to your desires, and you want to be specific to things that you actually want to accomplish in your life. One of my biggest things is changing my mindset. So when I'm going through a hardship or a hard time, I have something to fall back on. I hope these tips were helpful in creating your affirmations. Remember to always be specific. Put yourself in your affirmation statements, and I promise you, you will start to shift your mindset and begin to change your life. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready to get back to this conversation because I absolutely adore today's guest. I can't wait to hear what gems she has for us. Make sure you sit back, relax, and get ready to be inspired. Braxton, you want to say hi? Right. Y'all, I hope y'all had y'all pen and y'all paper down because those tips, things I live by. Seriously. All right, so we're gonna lighten things up just a little bit, and I like to play a little game. It's called the road trip game. Now I switched this game up based on the artist or the guest that I have. But for you, I don't want to make it too hard where you gotta think too hard. But as an artist, like it's hard to pick like a favorite song or a favorite artist. It's like literally impossible.
So impossible.
Cause it's like based on today's mood.
Okay.
Literally.
Fine.
Yes. It's
every time I answer the question about who's your favorite artist, I'm like, okay, today it's
today, like at this moment, because if you make me mad, no, because Megan really have everything for me. Even though she's not my favorite artist, like favorite, like top.
Favorite vibe.
She's my favorite vibe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, period.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she has everything. I'm not really a big fan of the emo stuff from Megan because it's like gangsta crying, and I'm like, not for that. Like, I just feel like, Gangsta Tears is just too much for me. I draw my tears from, like, Adele, or maybe, like, Beyonce can give me a tear. But, like, Gangsta Tears, just, I don't know.
I understand what you mean.
Not quite there. But also, I emote with aggression. So, that's maybe, it's weird. I know, like, that's a contradictory, but it's like, when I'm mad, I don't want to be hearing sad stuff. I want to be hearing, like, like, we about to go and mess them up type of thing.
Okay.
So I'm not tapped into my sad emotion. I think that's what it is. I'm not really tapped into those feelings. Love, yes, I love a good love song. But like sad and depressed, like I don't do that.
It's more anger and aggression.
It gives like put on a twerk song and like bust it down in the mirror.
Oh, when you're sad,
yeah.
twerk.
Yes, absolutely.
Got it.
Have a drink, twerk, no more sad. Absolutely, it's just me. I'm just being honest. I'm being my real, authentic self. Okay, I don't like to cry or be sad. I like to bust it down.
I hate crying, but I cry very easily. It is so embarrassing.
Like recently, I've been crying too, and I don't really understand it.
I cry when I'm not even. I cry, but any like intense emotion gives me crying.
It evokes
happy,
tears?
sad, anger, like tears.
Really?
And it's so annoying.
Oh my gosh,
weak.
I'm not quite there, and I think that's why I can't let myself be doing all that crying because it feels like I look weak, and I'll be like, no, I'm like a thorough.
Yeah, I can't help it.
Yeah,
I wish I could stop it.
I want to be a thug in my mind. In my heart, I'm a gangster. It doesn't always come out because I have this like high pitched squeaky voice. So like, and I be trying to rap. I don't give gangster. I be trying to do the hip hop trap rap. It's just really not my lane. Like, it's not.
I was trying to imagine. I want to hear it one time.
I have a video out of us doing Savage. And it's like, I'm a savage. I'm a savage. But in my heart, in my soul, I'm thugging that thing out.
Okay.
So we'll leave it there. So back to the road trip gang. So for you, I want to ask, you're on a road trip, cross country. Cross country. Who are the 3 artists that's guaranteed to be on your playlist?
Who was in my car?
Playlist?
No, but who was in the car with me?
Oh, because you have children in your life now, so that matters now.
Yeah, but also like I do think about other people, and I want other people to.
I'm not as mature as I would like to be, so.
Go.
But this is your playlist. This has nothing
fine.
to do with other people.
Okay,
this is your.
People.
If you're driving, whatever the rules are in your car. In my car,
go cross country.
If I drive, I listen to what I want.
I feel you.
So whatever.
I mean, at some point, something from Beyonce is going to get played.
Period.
Okay. Something from NERD is going to get played.
NERD? I was not expecting that.
You weren't?
I was not expecting, like, on the top 3 guarantee going to be played. I wasn't expecting that.
NERD is like, to me, the
Holy Grail. Holy Grail. I love that. That's how I feel about Eminem. So I understand.
Really?
Yeah.
Never would have guessed that.
What? This is your moment you won't. Yes.
Okay, so yes. Beyonce, NERD, and I have the 3rd. I'm going to say Prince. Wow. Something from the artist.
Okay, yes. I can definitely see Prince, for sure. And, of course, I expect everyone to have Beyonce on their playlist. Like, how can you have a playlist without Beyonce? But NERD was a pleasant surprise. It was definitely a pleasant surprise. I really like Eminem. I'm a huge Eminem fan.
So are you going to do an Eminem cover?
I have to get some more bass in my voice. Like, I need some more bass in my...
I'm like... don't got no bass in his voice. He's here.
But when I'm delivering it, I just don't know if I can get the same energy I get from the song with my squeaky voice. I don't know. I haven't...
Work on it.
I'm going to work on it, though. Because if I could throw some Eminem in there, man... Whew, I'm going to be like... That'd be the number 1 song.
Okay.
Michael Jackson for me.
Michael Jackson
for me.
I was
Whitney Houston for me. Absolutely. And I'm singing the entire song. As a matter of fact, I'm listening to the same songs. I'm singing in the background. Then I have to do the lead vocals. And then I might have to do some different parts in the background too. So depending on the song, we're going to listen to it a few times.
I'm with that.
Yeah. But any idea? That was a pleasant surprise. I like that. Okay, so of course, because you're here, we want to leave the people with some tips, something that you can give to them to inspire them to be their best self, living their truth, living authentically. Whatever your tip is, let's give it to the people. Something they can write down. And you want to say that in your
Okay, so my tip is at some point in the day, even if it's for 2 minutes, be alone.
Ooh.
Be alone with your thoughts and your reflections. Because I feel like a lot of times people lose themselves in other people or lose themselves in things that they're doing and surrounded by other people. And then it's like, sit still, alone, with no distractions. 30 seconds. I'm like, spend some time where you're entirely focused on yourself, right? And whatever that means for you, that's reflecting on the day that you've had, if that is reflecting on a moment that you just had, or reflecting on something you need to do in the future, or, speaking, what I'm trying to say, into yourself, speaking positivity into yourself, like spend time alone every day.
Girl, I feel like the guest tips is becoming my favorite part of the show. Honestly, because I've been having this whole outline of the way the show's supposed to go and what I'm going to talk about, and y'all just be coming on here with the tips. And
you ain't even give me that question in advance. That was
I know. That was off the top. That was off the, because I do like the tips to be like the first thing you would give to someone, inspire someone. But every time I ask that, it's like, damn, where's my paper? I wasn't even thinking about that one, be alone. Yeah. That's one that people need for real. Because when you said lose yourself in other people, I know so many people that are lost or have lost themselves. Myself included, like I have at a time lost myself in someone else. And that was like the birthplace of all this freedom talk and all of this living my life. It was just like coming out of that. Yeah. That was so good.
Thanks.
That was excellent. Oh my gosh. I really have to write that down. So if you hear me say it again, just be like, yeah, me. I'll give you the credit, first few times. And then I have to. Yeah, because, you really have to rock with me to know the origin of things. Because after a while, it just becomes my thing.
It's fine.
But I will give you the credit out.
It's fine.
Okay, so tell the people where they can find you, where they can see you, what you got coming up.
Yeah, so Black Alley, we got some things coming up. And a lot is happening in 2025. I know we're doing a cruise with Serious Vibe in March to April. We have I don't know when this is going to air, but we have a show with Backyard in December. We got at We Are Black Alley is the Instagram. We Are Black Alley spelled out. BlackAlleyBand.com is the website to check us out. All of our music is on wherever you can download and stream.
Get the music. Be free. Is it Be Free or Be Me?
Be Me.
Be Me?
Yeah.
That is my favorite Black Alley song.
Really?
It's my favorite Black Alley song. Every time it comes on, like, I cried thug tears. Like, I love that. Is my favorite song. It's my favorite Black Alley song. And what is it called?
With a Smile. Yeah. And that is totally you.
I know. Those are my favorite too. F you with a Smile. And Be Me.
Yeah.
Be Me is literally they fight.
Okay.
They fight.
Okay.
They fight.
Okay. That's so cool, though. I'm glad to hear that.
Be Me, I love Be Me. Like, I really love that. I love F You with a Smile, though, for real. Like,
yeah, that's a good one.
That's the song that you will hear me playing in my car.
Nice.
Be Me is where I play upstairs, getting my makeup, and when I'm by myself, when I'm doing that time alone.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a special song to me. I wrote that song. Yeah.
That is my favorite.
Yeah.
Well, Miss Kacey, I have thoroughly enjoyed this conversation.
I did too. Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, we might have to bring you back later on. We might have
we
to
can
bring
do
you
that.
back for another conversation. We'll talk about something else. We're not going to talk about the same thing over and over again. But this was so fun.
It was.
It was such a good
Appreciate
time.
you.
And we had a good drink. We had some
Delicious. You
It
got
was
me
really
because I'm
good.
about to go sing in the cold, girl.
Get it warmed up, And, we laughed. And that was a good time. It was a good time. I love it. I love to laugh. Like, I don't like when things get too heavy and too serious. I'm that girl to lighten the mood. Okay? I'm always going to lighten the mood. I'm always going to have a good time. I'm always going to encourage you to live the life that you want to live, because what else would you do? I love you all. Thank you so much for tuning in to the Free Your Mind podcast. Be sure to follow us on all socials, freeyourmind.pod. And we're going to be back with some more information, some more amazing conversations to get us all free. Till next time. See you later. Bye. Oh. I always forget that part.
I be on my queen shit, crown tilted lean shit.